In the case of a power failure, these chains are used to manually operate the door. This small chain is pulled and can be locked in place using this bracket. This will disengage the buttons and engage this chain. This will raise and lower the door. This takes quite some time, however, and should only be used in the case of a power failure. This is the dock leveling system. It has both a power switch as well as a key that you can find by asking the administrative staff. In order to raise the dock leveler, use this green button. This will raise the level of the platform. Once it's reached its maximum height, it will deploy the bridge, which is designed to span the gap between the dock and a truck. Once this bridge has been deployed, simply release the green button and the dock leveler will settle on to the bed of the truck. If the truck is lower than the dock, don't worry, the dock leveler will continue to settle. Once the truck has left, you return the dock leveler to its home position by raising it slightly above the level of the dock and releasing the green button. In order to maintain proper airflow in the labs, this fume hood is tied in to the air handling system for the building. This balances the air that's moving through the laboratory. In order to maintain a proper balance, you need to make sure that you open this hood no faster than 3 to 5 seconds from top to bottom and closing it the same way. During normal operation, the sash should not be raised above this mark. However, for setup and teardown, it may be beneficial to have more working space. If you raise the sash above that mark, the alarm will start to sound. You can lock it in place with this lever here, silence the alarm, and perform your setup or teardown. Once you have completed this, make sure you return the sash to its normal operating position. Above each hood is a proximity sensor, basically a CCD, to detect when the hood is in use. If the sash is up and nobody is using it, a lot of energy is being wasted. To save some of this energy, the hood flow will be reduced to 60 feet per minute, which is still safe, but without as large a safety margin. When use is detected again, the hood will increase its flow back to 99 feet per minute. When using chemicals in this building, you need to be aware that open bottles must be stored in a vented space. The areas underneath the fume hoods and counters are not vented. Therefore, they are for the storage of closed and factory sealed bottles only. The only place that's certified for storage of open bottles is in the fume hoods themselves. The counters and sinks have been designed to withstand spills and sun temperature shock. Be aware, however, that extreme cold from things like liquid nitrogen or dry ice may cause them to crack. Additionally, while they are capable of handling a heated object like glassware that has just come off a hot plate, they will scorch when exposed to open flame. While we are next to the sink, I should inform you that they are tied directly to the Fayetteville wastewater system. This means that no potentially hazardous chemicals may be poured down the drains. Instead, you must contact EHS for collection and proper disposal of chemical waste. Concerning the water at the sinks, there are generally 2 faucets. This one is a standard water supply. This other faucet is an RO water supply. Some locations may have an additional water polisher in order to provide a better quality of water. These require some additional training, so if you will be using one, please ask for that training. The snorkels that are found in some labs are intended to be used as a way to vent annoying, but not dangerous fumes. They work best when they are very near the source, since dispersion and any airflow may push the fumes you want removed away from the vent. The best working distance is less than 1/2 the diameter of the exhaust opening. They can be positioned like this and have a baffle that opens and closes to control how much air is pulled through it. Here's the cold room. There are some things you need to be aware of while using this area. First and foremost, you need to be aware of the emergency exit knob, which is this knob right here. It operates simply by turning it. This will allow you to open the door and leave if you're ever locked in. The next thing you need to be aware of is the fact that there may be condensation on the floor. This could create a slick condition, meaning you need to walk with care and have good shoes. Finally, because things may be stored here which are living, keeping the lights on will retard their growth. So that's important. We want to keep this room dark when not in use. This building was designed with several chemical showers and eye wash stations. The eye wash works by pulling this handle down. The water will automatically begin to flow. The shower is activated with this lever. There's a curtain so that if you must remove contaminated clothing, you can do so in some privacy. As you work in these laboratories, you may notice there are several different types of outlets. Here, I'm just going to talk about the standard 120 volt outlets. There are 4 different types of these. The first are the tan ones. These outlets are normal, regular, everyday outlets and should be used as such. The orange outlets have a dedicated laboratory ground. This minimizes noise on the ground line and should be used for equipment that would be sensitive to such noise. The red outlets are emergency outlets and are connected to the emergency generator in the heating plant. This will provide power to these outlets a few seconds after building power is lost. If you have equipment that would be sensitive to even a momentary outage, like 5 seconds, you will still need a UPS to maintain constant power. The fourth type of outlet is a GFI, or ground fault interrupt. This type of outlet is designed to open a switch if a ground fault is detected. It has 2 buttons on it. The first button is a test button and will create a ground fault. The second button is a reset button and will return the outlet to its normal operating condition. Note that the outlets on the fume hoods are 20 amp outlets, but are only rated to 15 amps. So you need to make sure that your load does not exceed this rating. There's a defibrillator on the 2nd floor in the atrium. This defibrillator has instructions in it, but really you need to watch the training video that's associated with this piece of equipment. This video is found at the URL listed on the screen now. This is the unfinished 3rd floor. The only portion of this floor certified for occupancy is the lobby. Going beyond the lobby into the areas that will become the offices or the laboratories is considered a safety violation and may result in restricted building access. The staff and faculty are working hard to provide additional funding to finish this floor, but until that funding is secured and the necessary safety equipment such as fire suppression is installed, please stay out of those areas. This is a brief look at the 4th floor of the building. It's primarily dedicated to air handling and other building utilities. As such, it's really off limits to the users. Servicing this equipment requires special training and certification that we just don't have. Therefore, any entrance into this area is considered a security breach and may result in reduction of access privileges. Before concluding this training, I'd like to say a few things about emergency situations. First, this building is equipped with an emergency alert system which has a public address system incorporated. When an alarm sounds, please remain calm, use your best judgment, and follow the directions that are announced. Next, it's worth knowing that if you call 911 from a cellular telephone, your call will be routed to the Fayetteville dispatch. If they're full, it will next be routed to Springdale and then even Rogers. This will automatically cause fire trucks to be rolled to the building. If your emergency is small, you can contact the UAPD dispatch by calling 479-575-2222 from any cellular phone, or by calling 911 from a University of Arkansas landline. This concludes the general building training. Remember that specific labs or areas may require additional training. Also, remember that where state, federal, or university rules, regulations, or laws contradict this training, those rules, regulations, or laws supersede this training. Thank you for your attention, and please enjoy using this facility.